Alright, so this is day 1 of Myoblast and bone marrow isolation. So we're going to start with the Myoblasts. I just finished coating my plates, which I have a separate video on. So I'm going to put the coating solution back in the fridge. And my plates are ready to be used in the incubator. So that I just coated them, washed them off, they're in the incubator. So here I have all the muscles that I just isolated. I have the right and left gastrocs in here. So let's see what I'm gonna need. I'm gonna need my plating medium, which I have warming up in the incubator. This one I have plenty. I'm gonna spray it off. All right. So I have my to-do list over here. So basically I'm just gonna use some plates in here and chop them up and then put them on my coated plates. So these, all right. So we'll start with M11. So over here, this is all autoclaved. I'm gonna put on my scalpel blade. Actually, I'm gonna take off my mask so you can hear me better. All right, that should be a little better so you can hear me. Trash. Oh my gosh. There we go. There we go. All right. So, M11 is our very first sample. So, I'm going to open this. Okay, we have our plating medium. We have this. We have this. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna carefully transfer over just the gastrocs. The big ones in here are for the bone marrow, so just ignore that. Here's one gastrocs. Here's the other gastrocs. And they've been in sterile PBS. So this is PBS plus gentamicin, and when I dissected the muscles, I just placed them in there so they washed off all the fur and stuff. Let's put that aside. All right, and then we're gonna top this with 0.5 mils of plating media, just so they stay moist. And these are 12-week-old mice, so the muscles are a little bit bigger. So 0.5. We're just gonna put that on top. This is my waist over here. All right, cool. So now what we're gonna do is gonna get a scalpel, and I'm kind of gonna like chop it up into pieces, but you don't want to handle them too much because it'll make it so the myoblast won't grow. So let's see. You kind of want to, can you see? Hope you can see. All right, you kind of want to like press down like you're chopping. So you'll grab the muscle and kind of press down and like rotate. I'm trying to like handle it as little as possible and cut it up into pieces very gently without like pulling the muscle apart, if that makes sense. Scalpel is the best tool to do this just because it's so sharp that it should cut right through. And I'm cutting into like 2 millimeter big pieces, so let me show you how it should look. Like, I don't know if you can see that little tiny piece, but that's how big it should be. So I'm just chopping this up. And the reason we want them small is because we're increasing our surface area, so more myoblasts will grow. And these mice are older, so we might not need both gastroc, but anyways, I'm just cutting up a bunch of pieces. maybe like 10 to 20 pieces. And again, I'm like trying not to handle it too much. This one had a little bit of a bleed, it looks like, so I'm gonna... It's weird. Anyways. Cool. That looks like plenty. So this goes to the side. Put that. I'm gonna grab a coated plate. Let me just make sure. Yeah. My thingy is falling off. Okay. So now I'm grabbing a coated plate. I'm gonna label it M11. Now I'm gonna use a pipette and I'm going to suck up these pieces with a pipette and put them over here. So I'm just using this section. I'm not like pulling all the way up on the pipette. I'm just using the section to transfer. And I'm spacing them out too. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Those are my pieces. This gets discarded. So this is trash. And then I'm gonna put 0.8 of plating media on top. Very gently. I'm just gonna put it on the side of the Petri dish and very slowly add it on. All right. And then I'm gonna make a sterile chamber for it that's moist. So here's the chamber. These are just pieces of Wattman paper. These are all sterilized under UV light before, just so it's clean. And I'm going to I'm just wetting this. Doesn't have to be perfect. All right, so it's good. Cool. This goes in here. All right, and then this goes in the incubator. And I already made a baggie. I sterilized under the UV lamp in here, so I'm just gonna slide it into the bag. All right, it's good to go. And then I'm just gonna do the same for all the other mice.